Student, this is the schematic diagram of pressure thermometer, and as you have learned the working about it, now move forward. On which principle this pressure thermometer work is, it utilizes the volumetric expansion of liquid caused by the temperature changes to operate the pressure spring and indicate the temperature. Okay. Volumetric expansion of liquid. Here in the bulb, this liquid is expanding its volume, so that will be responsible for the indication of temperature change in the scale. And what is that relation? The mathematical relation is Vf is equal to V0 1 plus beta T, where Vf is the final volume, V0 is the initial volume. The initial volume means when the temperature is at normal room temperature or maybe at zero temperature or working condition temperature. But Vf is the final value, means when you are going to measure the raise in temperature, at that time what is the volume of the liquid, and beta is the mean coefficient of volumetric expansion, and capital T is the temperature. When we write capital T, it means temperature is in Kelvin. Okay. So, based on this formula, the pressure thermometer works. I have already explained the working. The bulb is filled with the thermal liquid at high pressure. A temperature increase at the bulb results in an expansion of the liquid, which causes expansion of the Bourdon tube or pressure spring, and thus indicates the temperature. As I have already explained this functioning, this working in the diagram. And here you can see three different materials. Mercury most widely used, second is ethanol, and third is toluene. They are used for measurement of temperature using pressure thermometer. And what is the mercury thermometer, mercury field pressure thermometer range? That is -35 to 10,000 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. So this was about the pressure thermometer, and this is the picture, real picture inside the covering of Bourdon tube, inside the monitor of Bourdon tube. Here is the scale, this one is the scale, and all these are the mechanical fittings that you can easily understand, and this is the schematic diagram with all its naming. So zoom it and watch it carefully. That is a complete mechanical structure. This is the tube which expands. This double line, this is the tube which expands. This expands, and due to this expansion, this mechanical linkage changes position, this gearing mechanism changes position, which will finally responsible to the needle changing position. Now, what are the advantages and limitations? So, the advantages are fundamental simplicity. It is mostly used in the industry. Direct reading or recording. It is less expensive, stable in operation, and have good accuracy. Good accuracy means exact result it is giving. More sensitive and responsive. Distance measurement. Since it is having capillary tube which is a long enough, so from distances also we can measure the temperature. And since it is a complete mechanical structure, so easy maintenance is available. So these were all about the pressure thermometer. And now move to the last topic of the second chapter, temperature measurement, that is quartz thermometer. Quartz is a crystal material available in the nature, and it is based on the resonant frequency phenomena. Now, what is quartz? Quartz is a crystal present in nature, and its natural tendency is that it is sensitive of the resonant frequency of a quartz crystal to changes in temperature. Okay. The quartz crystal resonant frequency means if temperature is changes, then the crystal vibrates. The quartz crystal vibrates, and the vibration rate is known as resonant frequency. And in quartz crystal, the resonant frequency is temperature dependent. Okay, it is temperature dependent. Hence, quartz resonant frequency measurement is a relation of temperature at which crystal is changing its frequency. Okay, I will correct this sentence. Quartz thermometer measure temperature automatically, quickly, and with very high resolution. This is very minor structure. In your mobile phone, in laptop, in computers, this quartz crystal is available inside the motherboard. Okay. Now, this is the construction view, and it is just looked like a transistor, very small size shape. The thermometer's temperature sensing quartz resonator. Resonator means if the temperature is changing, then quartz is having vibrations. So the vibrations are having constant frequency. So that quartz, since it is developing the frequency, so it is known as resonator and is located in a small sensor probe. It is located in a small sensor probe. This is the probe, and which connects through a length of cable to its oscillator. You have watched in the picture, there are terminals. These are the terminals through which it is connected in the circuit. The oscillator is located in the main cabinet but can be physically removed as a unit to permit measuring temperature at a distance from the cabinet. Via these terminals, it is connected with the circuit, but this portion, which is the sensing portion, this can be outside the cabinet. Okay. Now, the cabinet otherwise contains what is essentially a spatial frequency counter. Now, what is frequency counter? It is a digital circuit. What is a frequency counter? It is a digital circuit which counts the number of vibrations per second. Got my point? Actually, quartz crystal is a naturally available crystal which is formed in a sensing element, and the sensing part is outside the cabinet where the temperature has to be measured, and via the terminals the circuit is connected, and the circuit is completely digital circuit in which there is a frequency counter which displays the temperature directly. Actually, the frequency counting is in terms of temperature. Okay, the frequency countings in terms of digital meter, and the digital meter will display the temperature directly because the frequency counter is calibrated in terms of temperature. The temperature measurements are made automatically. Here only we have to put the sensing part of quartz crystal where the temperature has to be measured, and we have not to do anything. The temperature measurement are made automatically because due to rise in temperature, the internal structure of the crystal vibrates. The outer shell of the probe is fabricated from stainless steel that you have seen earlier. Just I have shown this one. This is stainless structure. Okay. So this is the sensing part, and internal the crystal is available. The crystal senses the temperature, and there is a vibration inside the crystal. Okay. So the outer shell of the probe is fabricated from stainless steel for chemical stability. The quartz wafer is situated parallel to and about 0.01 inch away from the end of probe. You can watch in the diagram. You can watch in the diagram. In this diagram, you can watch that the sensing probe, this sensing probe is away from this connecting lead 1 inch. Okay, what is the measurement? Just we should watch. Sorry, 0.01 inch. This is 0.01 inch. Since the structure is assumed 1, that's why it is looking like 1 inch, but it is very small, that is it can be fabricated inside the laptop, it can be fabricated in medical equipments. Okay, so it is very little dimension. The quartz wafer is situated parallel to about 0.01 inch away from the end of the probe. Now, how does it works? How does it works? It is explained through the diagram. It is explained through the diagram here. This is the symbol of crystal. This one is the symbol. This is the symbol of crystal. There are two types of crystal shown here, LC cut and AT cut. These are the different names. And this complete encircled portion is a oven having constant temperature T. And this is the inside of the quartz crystal, which is having the oscillator circuitry. Actually, quartz crystal are natural oscillators. If the temperature changes outside, if the temperature is changing, then their internal the structure oscillation will start. And through the connecting probe, connecting terminals, those oscillations in the form of digital data, it conveys to the output of local oscillator. This is the F0 frequency, and here is a mixer. Here this is the oven where temperature is constant, and this other circle where the temperature is varying. It means that there are two temperature measurement. One is taken as a reference temperature, and this is the actual temperature which has to be measured. This oval shape is for reference temperature, and this circle is for the practical one, which of which the temperature has to be measured. So both are measuring the frequency through its internal oscillator circuit, and they conveying their data to the mixer. Both are conveying their data to the mixer, and the output of both the oscillatory circuitry is mixed here, and what is the final output? That is a difference frequency varies linearly with temperature. It is a one calibration process. It is one calibration process that with respect to the reference temperature, because in room temperature in 23 degrees Celsius also the oscillator may vary. So we have to take the difference. What is the difference of temperature from room temperature to this higher temperature zone? So this mixer is combining both the counting of the oscillators of frequency counters, and then the difference is taken out, which the difference is actually will be the reading of the temperature. So this will give the precise value of the temperature change. Okay. Now, the precise control depends on the crystal geometry and orientation with respect to the crystallographic axis, referred to as a cut. Here, the AT cut, for example, is used for very stable frequency oscillator. Very stable frequency oscillator, here temperature has to be constant. And the another is LC cut. These are the different names of the quartz crystal. So, in quartz thermometer, the transduction mechanism consists of the changes in the elastic and piezoelectric properties. Earlier we have studied thermoelectric property. In quartz thermometer there is piezoelectric property. Piezoelectric property means when there is a pressure on the crystal, it changes its dimension, and due to which the electric current